I try to stay in touch with the people I care about, but the more I try, the more my inbox floods. Texts, DMs, voice notes, until I'm drowning in conversations I started but don't have the energy to finish. So I made a change. No more texting. I started sending postcards instead, and what happened next? Let's just say I could never have predicted. This whole thing started with a trip. In June last year, I went hiking in the French Alps with my friend Johan. I missed him. I needed a break, but more than anything, I needed to slow down. In the evenings, we sat by the tent, drank red wine, and stared at the mountains. I felt calm, the first time in a long while. And then I realised why. I was out of signal. No messages, no inbox, no quiet guilt about a queue of people waiting to hear from me. But as soon as I got home, the pressure to be connected returned. Texts, DMs, voice notes, all demanding attention. Now, I want to be the kind of person who stays close to their friends, who lets them know they're on my mind, who lifts them up when they need it most. But I realised that hurried text messages while my mind was somewhere else just wasn't working. And each message I sent just created more to manage, more notifications, more replies, more noise, a ringing I couldn't turn off and that I'd accidentally passed on to everyone else. And eventually that noise became too loud to ignore. So I decided to try something different. I love postcards. I collect them. Sea-stained news from forgotten coastal holidays, books of postcards through the ages. The beautiful ones, the colourful ones, the nostalgic ones, the boring ones. I love them all. They're like little time capsules, snapshots of a place, a decade, a scene, full of pride, full of self-importance, sometimes stunning, sometimes absolutely rubbish, but always glorious in their own way. And yet, despite all that, I'd never actually written one. So at some point, I started to wonder, could postcards be the answer to my texting problem? Not as a complete replacement, but as a substitute for the quick messages I'd send in an attempt to be thoughtful. So I made a rule. If someone was on my mind, and I had the urge to reach out, I wouldn't text them. I'd write them a postcard then and there. The first one I wrote in a graveyard to my friends Pete and Lizzie. I posted it by hand and ran away. But since then, I've written them everywhere, on trains, in hotel rooms, pub gardens, waiting for the kettle to boil. And at first, I'd just say where I was, what I was doing, and why they were on my mind. But the more I did it, the more reasons I found to write. To congratulate a friend on a big win. To share an idea or a joke. To tell a friend I'd found a shiny Charizard in a forgotten briefcase of childhood effects. In the last 2 months, I've sent 60 postcards to friends, to family, to people I'd lost contact with, to people who deserved more love than I'd given them. They've gone to 7 countries, covered in stamps I didn't even know existed, and even when it's taken weeks, they've all arrived. Hey, before I tell you what actually happened, believe it or not, only about 20% of people will still be watching the video at this point. So if you're still here and you're enjoying it, then I have a small favour to ask. I've set myself an outrageous goal of trying to get to 50,000 subscribers this year. So if you think you can help me with that goal, then I'd be so grateful if you subscribe to the channel. And if you do that, then please let me know in the comments why you decided to help me out. Thanks so much. So what happened? Well, I heard back from everyone, not always with postcards, but invariably with messages that brought me joy. Sometimes they were really thoughtful, and on other occasions they were just stupid, like the postcards that I'd sent them. But my camera roll is full of pictures people have sent me, postcards on doorsteps, on fridges, propped up on bookcases. But honestly, the most valuable part of the experience has been the benefit that I've derived personally from the process. I don't know about you, but when I text, I rush, and it's almost like I'm holding my breath underwater. But when I write someone by hand, I slow down. You have to. And I breathe. And even if I don't hear back, that's okay. It still matters. Because for those few minutes that I'm writing, it's like I'm fully with that person, not their profile picture or their avatar, the actual person. And I'm saying the things, I'm writing the things that I would say to them if they were sat here with me now. I've also found that I can write to people that I love, but who I don't always know how to talk to. Somehow a postcard makes it easier, not just for me, but for them, because it's light, it's casual, doesn't carry the weight of a formal letter, which means the person on the other end doesn't feel the pressure to write back. It's almost like you're just slipping a note through the gap under somebody's door saying, you matter to me, and I really like that. So if this video speaks to you in any way, I have a challenge for you. If somebody's on your mind this week, resist the urge to send them a text. Find a postcard that you love, write something thoughtful, and put it in the mail, and I promise something good will come of it. And if, like me, you're looking for more ways to get off your phone and live life a little bit more intentionally, in the video up here, I share what I learned from swapping 5 smart devices for their analog counterparts. And if you enjoyed this video, then I think you'll get a kick out of it. Thanks for watching.